Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to show you how I make. First, I'm going to do these beads here. These are just fabric and glue, and they come out really beautiful. I've only glazed these one time. I'm going to do another time to give it a little extra shine. They're very solid, though. They're very hard. They're sturdy. They're not going to come apart. And they are just fabulous to hold and to work with. So I don't do anything with any kind of template. I just cut how I cut, and triangles gives you this shaped bead. So I'm going to be cutting some long triangles, and these are just some small ones cut with some scraps of fabric. They have, wonky edges. I didn't cut fancy. This one's a little straighter, but it was just leftover pieces. So if you have the triangle shape, you will get, this style bead. If you have a straight shape, you will get like a straight bead without the lump in the middle. More like that. But anyway, today we're going to be doing this style bead. So I've cut these, but I'm not going to use this fabric. I am going to use this stripe fabric, which is the same fabric that this bead is made from. And I have a long rectangle. So what I'm going to do, move this out of the way. And I am just going to cut from corner to corner. And this will give me enough for 2 beads. And I'm not going to measure or anything. I'm just going to eyeball it and cut from corner to corner. So I have 2 triangles now. And they're not cut very fancy, but it doesn't matter. And actually, if they're cut more wonky, you get all different styles and shaped beads, so I like it better. Now, what I roll on are these paper straws. I was using plastic, but my friend Janet, suggested getting these heavy-duty paper straws from Amazon, and they are fabulous. So this is what I use for my paper and my fabric beads. I got a whole box of them, 100 for a couple dollars. And they work great, and they're very strong. So what I do is, I take my fabric and my straw, and the glue I like best is clear gel tacky glue. I don't have a lot left though, so I may be using the others. What a lot of people use is Glue All, Elmer's Glue All, and I like this too, but I just feel like the tacky glue grabs onto it better. They both dry pretty quick, so you got to work fast. What I was using is Fabri-Tac, which is fabulous. It works great and quick and grabs on, but it has an awful smell to me. So I tried the tacky glue, and I loved it. And it's very cheap. It's like $3, I think. And it leaves a great finish. I coat the whole bead with it after I'm done rolling. Makes it very hard and firm and nice to work with. And it works great. So that's what I'm going to be using. You can get it at Walmart. So how I start is I just take my straw, and however, long the wide end of the triangle is, I put glue on here. Oh, gotta clean my top. Okay, I just put glue on. And I go around with my finger and the glue, and I wipe the excess off on the back of the fabric. And then I just place the fabric here, and it dries very quick. As you see, the fabric is already adhering to it. So it's already sticking, and I just start to roll. And I keep it kind of taut while I'm rolling. And I'll roll maybe 2 inches, and then I'll add another strip of glue. And I keep my bottle tilted down so the glue is always available. And then I have a strip of glue here, and I just roll another 2 inches, approximately. I have children here today, so you hear children in the background playing. Sorry for that, but I wanted to do my video, and I'm going to have the kids all day, so I told them to just not make too much noise near my door. So I just keep rolling a couple inches at a time. You could put more glue or less. I like to do it about every 2 inches because it makes the bead very strong. And when you hold this, keep it taut, so it makes a nice smooth bead. I told you this was very easy to do, and it is, and it's fun. There's something very meditative about doing this rolling. It's just fun, and each time you get, I have a little stip here, so I'm going to add glue to that when I'm done rolling. Each time you get a new bead. No two are alike. And then I just spin it in my fingers, and any excess glue that came out on the edge is going to, and then I trim off some of these threads. You don't even have to. I think they look kind of cool on the bead, but I am just for this bead. A couple of snippets. Okay, now I'm going to spin it because there's some glue that came out on the edges between my fingers. Now I'm going to add, from the whole length of the bead, some glue. And then I rub it down, and then I go around halfway, and then I add another stripe of glue. So now, and then I just rub the glue into the whole fabric, back and forth, adding more because I want a nice firm bead. And I just spin it and rub the glue in to get a nice smooth finish. And I go all the way to the edge, so it'll have a nice edge where the straw meets the fabric. I want that to be very firm too, so make sure you go all the way to the edge, even up along the top, go around, and that's it. That is all. If you could see, I have already a nice smooth finish on this bead. Make sure you don't have any hair or anything in it. Sometimes you'll find a hair in it. After the glue dries, you got to pull it out with tweezers, but that's fine. Anyway, that's it. Now I am going to put it on my skewer and let it dry. This way or upright, doesn't matter. I have a little stand here. And that's it for that bead. And I'm going to be back with more beads. And actually, that's a different bead, but this is what it will look like when it's done. Has a nice opening. I use a little paint pen on the edge, matching color, and that's how it will come out. And that's how I do all these beads like this. My favorite one is that striped fabric. I just love it. Let me see a few others. So here's the same striped fabric in blue. So that's it. And I'll be back to show you how I make a few other beads. Thank you. Bye-bye.